So it's the worst start to a season we've had in a while. 7th in the league, with Man United, as we play the rivals Liverpool first up today, and they are top. Alongside that, our Europa League group is looking rather open, and we are out of the Carabao Cup to Harrogate Town. It's all very difficult today, but we have picked up a little bit of form for this first game. 1 goal conceded in the whole of October. Hopefully that's the same for Liverpool in the derby, as then we have the rerun of the Europa League games. We've got Wolves, Brentford, Arsenal, even the derby today. We're going to try and kick off with games, as we do have our main squad fully fit. Our reserve squad, I don't want to speak about that. However, Rafael Varane, he's just come back from an injury, and Torres wanting to play. Could that be a partnership? Who knows, as Crystal Palace asking about Jack Butland's appearances. I don't think he's going to play much. He is currently 4th choice. We could probably send him back, but I'm not going to rush into it. They can call him back if needs be, as we're going to go with this team into, of course, the game against Liverpool. We're going to start Sancho and start Torres. The Spaniards ahead of everyone else. I'm actually going to put Donny on the bench, so the Liverpool team does look very strong. David De Gea's only going up in right-ins, and Sancho and Rashford. I really want them to try and highlight themselves. Got to hype the team up in the press conference. Get them motivated, Mr. Haag. The rivals come into Old Trafford, and we've got to make this the theatre of dreams for the fans and a terror and hell for Liverpool. Darwin Núñez, Diaz and Salah will be the front three. Very strong. We don't want that 5-1 again. Toughest game we will get to date, as we just need the team to click. Bruno into Sancho, looking for Rashford. An early goal would do us really, really well. 4 minutes on the clock, and Mr. Rashford MBE. That is a goal and a half. Brilliant ball from Marcos Asensio to Marcus Rashford to pass it past Alisson, and we go ahead against the league leaders. Poor start from Liverpool as now. Oh, we needed to get that. Wan-Bissaka could be instantly level. Rafael Varane, Darwin Núñez, Thiago. Alcantara has his shot saved, and Luis Diaz, that is one of the worst balls I've ever seen. Christian Eriksen got a counter. They are starting to get on top as Diaz with a dipped ball in. Varane putting it back in the danger zone. Casemiro on the ball now. He gives it out to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Back into Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes. Before half-time would be a terrible time to concede. A 1-2 off the post. David De Gea didn't watch his near post. Even Wan-Bissaka's lost it again. David De Gea. Header from Varane. Lads, it seems we're holding on a little bit now. Fabinho into Diaz. That's a ball wide. And half-time is a bit meh. We've got the lead against Liverpool, which is perfect, but they will score next. Is there anything we can do about it? I don't know. Don't think we'll force changes. And Darwin Núñez will run through in the second half at the beginning. We need to clear that. Oh, Varane! He's tapped in his own goal. I understand it was backpedaling, but he came out, did David De Gea. Didn't get a true touch on it, and it's gone in. I did call the score next. They've been pushing. We've just not been able to get his foot on the ball for longer than 3 passes. And that's what Liverpool are doing ahead of us, as here is Jordan Henderson slipping past us. Varane has to clear. Rashford gets a pass off now into Christian Eriksen, who's able to spin on the ball. Now into Casemiro. That's a turn from Bruno Fernandes. Oh, at least we're waking up a bit. I feel like changes now are essential, though. We're going to stick on Anthony for Asensio, just at the pace. And I'm going to stick Donny in the middle. No idea why I've got such a good feeling for him as Anthony. That is a terrible corner. Still falls back to Bruno. Now into Jadon Sancho. Oh, Rashford wasn't able to spin on the ball as... Oh, touch is terrible from Luke Shaw. And it is another goal for Liverpool. It's been a second half of horror. It's going to hug Jurgen Klopp to try and just G him up a little bit. Jordan Henderson. A touch from Luke Shaw. That is horrific. 2 defensive errors leading to goals. That's what we're in, as we need to get it through. Anthony tries to step away. Fabinho to clear. And Mohamed Salah. We need to try and get a tackle in here to get to the other side of the field. Luke Shaw pressing. It's been absolutely outdone. Thiago Alcantara. He's even cupping to the home fans with his ears. Disgusting. A game that's really not been good enough for us. Jadon Sancho could find another goal, maybe a late attack. Can't even get the shot off. Second half dominance from Liverpool give them the win, and they will stay top of the league as we're in a big rut. Don't know what to say to you, lads. That performance was not acceptable. Safe to say Ten Hag will have them running about. Safe to say we need some new big players, and I mean big. Coming in January, I turned to the academy as well to try and look for a potential future star. We still do sit top of the Europa League group, and we play Adobe Lubin next. However you say that. Apologies to the team, as we're going to go with this team that was really dodgy last time out. We're even going to take David De Gea out for Raya, because I want to see if these can impress. The team is completely open to getting some new players from the reserves push through, as it's a 3-2 win. We cut it close with Valvekhorst, McTominay, and James Justin. The man scored now in 2 cup games. He could probably have an impact. So he's going to make it onto the bench. Luke Shaw dropped altogether, and Malacia gets a start. We've now got a 90 rated Casemiro. Is this going to change into the season where we're fighting to keep him? I really don't hope so, as we've got a trip to the Molineux to try and regain form. Bruno Fernandes to take the first corner, and he's going to whip it dangerously to the back post. Pau Torres has lost. And Wolves have a penalty. It's going to be Mateus Cunha against David De Gea. He goes to the left a little bit. He'll dive to the right and he'll save his second pen of the season. We've got quite lucky with it, as Eriksen's going to chip that into Marcus Rashford on a turn. Rashford has to try and find a little area to dig into. A late free kick in what could be a draw now with Wolves for Scott McTominay to whip in towards the back post. It will find Christian Eriksen. Adama bullies him. Just absolutely way too strong as Scott McTominay is going to run. He's got Rashford alongside him. McTominay pulls that back. He'll give it on the wing to Jadon Sancho. Sancho to cut inside and just shoot. One shot we've had so far, as now Ruben Neves just speeds past us. It's a run on. Adama Traore is not catchable for Pau Torres. Chip over the top. We're going to lose to Wolves in the simulation. We can't get this right. The window cannot come soon enough. And I can just see Ivan Toney against Brentford bullying us. Difficult run now. It's Sociedad, then Leicester, then Arsenal. Before going into Brentford, to get my head off the game, I just realised I'm wearing the same t-shirt 3 days in a row. Probably need a clean, as we've got a good clean out there of Brentford. Charlie Good, ex-Gunny man, boo, scoring the goal as Sancho, Eriksen, and Bruno with a brace. That's a lot better, but still not great. Doesn't change the fact that we're still scrapping down in 7th with Leicester, who are 8th up next. And finally a game for Granchko and Martial getting on that bench. Begging for some youngsters to come through. Sociedad, do we get the win to try and top the group? We do. Bruno and Elanga. Bruno is carrying us. Seems a good performance from Victor Lindelof, which I like to hear. He won't be in the team for Leicester though, resorting back to Malacia and the usual suspects who just need to get it right. Here we are in the Europa Conference League race. This will be fun. We're already into the second half, and Jadon Sancho has to mark this near post. It's going towards Wout Faes, the own goal maestro. Could have done with him against Liverpool. Of course, not scoring own goals, but him playing for the Red Men as now Asensio gets that ball through onto Marcus Rashford. Now onto Sergio Asensio. Is it Sergio or Marcos? I don't know. And probably the last tack for Asensio. He needs to try and get this into the middle somehow. Absolutely horrific pass. A draw with Leicester. And we play an Arsenal that are just off the back of a fresh 3-0 win against Brentford. Great. And you know what? Screw it. We're going with Anthony Elanga back in the team for Arsenal because he did it against Tottenham. Arsenal grudge that we need to say, come on, away at the Emirates, we get ourselves into the top 4. I mean, it's impossible. We get ourselves still 7th, but a couple of points. Big old stadium, the Emirates as well. Very nice one to travel to. Need to be getting the win. Bruno Fernandes. Rashford just bullied. Got to be better than the 3-2 that happened IRL this week as Tomiyasu. Big fan of Tomiyasu as well. Doesn't get enough game time as Gabriel Jesus into Bukayo Saka. Stand them up. Round the corner. Saka's just managed to run inside. David De Gea falls to Jesus. It's 1-0 again. Don't you dare be ringing that telephone. There's no one on the other end. Probably the worst person to score as well. Now we have to attack them. Martin Odegaard, he should have stayed at Real Madrid. Don't like him playing in the Prem. Into Zinchenko on a turn. Odegaard. Good tackle, Varane. The fact they actually wanted a penalty for that is laughable as Rafael Varane across the middle now into Christian Eriksen to just run with this ball. Goes over the top into Rashford. It's a good first touch. We need a leveler. Marcus Rashford. One touch too many. Come on. 10 minutes till half-time. Bruno Fernandes. This should be a lot better. Bruno. He's the man of the moment so far. We've got to make sure he keeps on form as that's headed towards goal. It'll fall to Anthony Elanga into Casemiro. Oh, didn't manage to hit it. I'd love the leveler before half-time. Anthony Elanga now in the middle to Christian Eriksen. Chip that over the top. Marcus Rashford, here it comes. Pass inside. Bruno Fernandes. Never missing that. All square. Big second half now thanks to Bruno Fernandes. We'll make no changes for it. We'll show no mercy. Let's get going. Christian Eriksen. We'll put it around that corner into Marcus Rashford. Oh, dodgy clip. Is that inside the box? I beg you, give it, referee. Was it? Was it? Turns out it was. Bruno from the spot kick. Come on, Bruno. Don't do that hip Scott jump, whatever it is called, malarkey. Down the middle, solves the riddle. Bruno with the brace. We lead Arsenal. Get in there. Just you amazing little man. And a ball through now onto Odegaard. Don't give that. Don't give that. What a place to give it away, man. I mean, David De Gea. Got to be on your best of form here. It's going to be Odegaard. It's off the post. What a player Martin Odegaard is, by the way, as this is Anthony. It's the same position that Elanga scored against Chelsea with. He's run round the side. He'll sweat it across to Elanga. Seals the deal. Talk of him and he will score. Does a little gritty on the Arsenal fans. Anthony still looking for more. It was a brilliant assist, that last one, wasn't it? Now into Daniel Malen off the bench. Come on, we'll have 4. Scott McTominay. And with this corner, people, that should and will be game over against the Gunners. We have firmly shot them aside. Straight into Crystal Palace. We surely back it up. Just Sancho and Pau Torres. Changing it up. And we do. Easy. Bruno and Elanga, the same scorers, but one less goal for the opposition. And backed up with a brilliant win against Kilmarnock. It's Gdansko with his first goal, and Daniel van der Beek. 2 solid performances, and I am going to keep with Sancho, you know. Sorry, fidget spinner. He's going to sit on the bench for Bournemouth. We do play Manchester City and Leeds today still. Oh, Siriki Dembele scoring against us. That's a low blow. Bruno Fernandes is carrying. Look at that. 12 goals. I mean, Elanga's second and Asensio third, but 12 goals from Bruno already. Turning into the main player. Manchester City next, though. With the fatigue in the squad, however, it's going to be difficult. And I'm opting for the 2 wingers on the bench approach because I honestly can't pick between Anthony and Sancho. Wout Weghorst gets his position back, though. Feel like a strong presence against Laporte, and Stones will put up a little bit of a fight, and Diaz, of course. We are above Tottenham now as Manchester City sit in 3rd. The position we would love to be right now. But we play City in the Theatre of Dreams on a night time. Do they lose this? I don't think we do, you know. I mean, they've got Silva, De Bruyne, Rodri, Haaland. The main team is out as Riyad Mahrez has eaten his pasta today, getting at us. We prevented the tap, though, and just made it a corner as Wan-Bissaka just to pass that forward. It was a dodgy tackle from Philium Foden, as now that's over the top. Looking for Rashford. Laporte with a bad header. Marcus Rashford puts it wide. Manchester City really panicking at the back, though, because we've got a corner from really nothing. Another corner. If only we had Harry Maguire for these. Eriksen to put an in-swinger towards Varane. Oh, Mahrez on the line. Mr. Odriozola now into Kevin De Bruyne. Now into Erling Haaland. That's the man we've got to watch out for. No. No. A penalty is somehow being given. Pau Torres will receive the booking. And what was it for? Who was it on? It was on De Bruyne. Went straight past Haaland. Okay. Manchester City with the penalty. Kevin De Bruyne's going left. No, he's not. He's going right. And Manchester City leading the derby. Can't believe the glow up that Kevin had from Home Alone. They've been so much better than us. As here is Anthony Elanga. Can we make rhythm be the dancer? It's a ball towards Rashford. He's really good at running at players, is Elanga. There's now a ball whipped in from Luke Shaw to no one. Casemiro wins the header. We need to, of course, overcome the 1-0 lead they did last time. And Wan-Bissaka to run forward. He's going to give it into Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho to roll inside. There was Rashford there, but Sancho will go alone against his former club. Off the bar. And Elanga just heads that home before half-time. Rhythm is a dancer. Anthony Elanga. I don't appreciate the gritty at this moment in time in the game, but still, what a goal. Crossbar. And then just oof. And we'll take this into half-time. Just a penalty. Looking at that again. Pau Torres. Mate, you're looking at the ball as you slide into him. He was watching the ball fly away as Bruno That's the ball around the corner into Jadon Sancho. Sancho finds Bruno again. Casemiro bullying his way in front of Erling Haaland as well. I love to see that. Straight into Marcus Rashford, who let it run. Bruno, come on, win your headers. This is a Manchester derby, man. As now it's into Sancho again. Come on, against the former club. Couple of step-overs. Oh my days, Laporte, move. Get out the way as Erling Haaland. Oh, he's just got limbs like jelly to get on the end of that ball. Mr. Pasta, we've tried to put a tackle in on him, but he's still got round the corner. Bernardo Silva. Still believe we've got the better Portugueser, but that's a harsh goal to concede. Still feel we've got the better Portugueser, but that is a harsh goal to concede. He just snuck round the corner. And by the way, De Gea has to watch his first post a lot better than that. Can't make them errors in a Manchester derby as Bruno. Come on, show why you're the better Portugueser. Oh, the instant reply from Bruno. A run inside, celebrates with Anthony on the boardings. We are level again. Very interesting derby day, Pau Torres. Oh, I thought that was a foul. He's got to watch himself. We don't lose this game now. Come on, Anthony. Get that over the top. Wout Weghorst, not the paciest, but he does have a gap. The Dutchman, he scored his first goal today. Oh, he's put it wide. Listen, I understand he's a heading merchant, but that was the derby win wrapped up. We don't get it, though, and Bernardo Silva stopped in his tracks. Bruno round that corner, and it will end all square. A 2-2 draw with Manchester City. Not the worst, but definitely not the best. And I know we have Leeds today as well, which is there. I mean, West Ham before that, Southampton. Chelsea and Arsenal being stuck in the January transfer window is difficult as well, because now, if we lose them games, it will, of course, change players who want to join us as perspective on us. But I do want to make it up to that Chelsea game. So West Ham, you get simmed. Just gets boring at this point, though. And we've got to go ahead and look at the contracts again. David De Gea, I'll probably sign him up because it is horrific to let him go on a free. Come into the office, Mr. De Gea. Let's get you signed up. And I guess we are doing it off the back of a clean sheet, so that's positive. I'm going to try and get him to take a wage cut, and he sees it as reasonable. Eric Ten Hag's magic. Still Casemiro being the highest paid player now, but that is a big wage reduction. Something we've still got to work on with the rest of the squad. We'll do it in due time. And he finally sees how much we value him. Time to keep me some more clean sheets then, De Gea. Leeds United, definitely not an easy game here. Big grudge. Huge grudge. Kind of like a derby game. We'll play them at Ellen Road next time out, but for now we'll just highlight it to boost us up. Does anyone remember the game that Leeds had against United when Leeds returned to the Prem? We want that to happen again. Minus the Luke Ayling goal, of course. 2 minutes in, and we are shooting at the net that Leeds United did shoot at last time. It will be Christian Eriksen to try and swing a ball in. We'll hopefully reach the back post with that one. Running in his Varane. Getting close, as you can't get closer than a spot kick. Get in there. Gribic in goal for Leeds. No Ilham Meslier. Bruno. I'm not going to go down the middle this time. Into the top right. Or right to the goalkeeper. What a magical Bruno goal to up that tally for the captain. Get in there, lads. Straight onto Jadon Sancho as well. That's a ball into Marcus Rashford, hitting his man. Robin Koch with the deflection as he's on the ball again. Maximilian Vobas found! Firpo, and that was a close chance. Can't concede goals to Junior Firpo as Bruno goes over the top straight into Anthony Elanga, who will cut inside here. The Swede, come on, make that 2. As it should be 2 here in front of the Stretford end. Bruno has another penalty. This time, I'm going to be very cheeky to make it 2. Oh dear. I wasn't expecting that to be red, but we still grudge on. Whoa, Forshaw had that header. And after cutting it close, it's now time for Leeds United fans to just cut off their dreams of beating us. A 1-0 win at Old Trafford will do us nicely. Back to 3 points before we replay all the fixtures, as now it's 7th. We're only 6 points off top of the league, you know, which is Arsenal. We've already beaten. It's a close one this season. Southampton next, away at St Mary's. As a youth player fighting about being into the first team, it's Kai Bradley. You know what? We'll promote him. It's about time we did. Oh, and I do like the look of Scott Taylor in this academy. I think his position would be centre mid. Or would he be a striker with the physicality? He, of course, is nowhere near the first team squad, but he's got more chance than Martial and Phil Jones. And Tom Heaton and Butland, and probably Tuanzebe. That is the team for Southampton. Let's smash Liverpool's reserve squad, we'll say. I mean, it's a 3-2 win. We've squeezed it. And Ebo and Orsic thought they'd got them back level. But Bruno, Rashford, and a Sancho getting our kid as it should be now. Us near top 4. There we go. I mean, we've got to knock Villa out. Chelsea next. Wow, very, very tasty game. But hey, a couple of players recalled, including Jack Butland. Wout Weghorst goes back to Burnley. To be fair, his shots weren't coming off, and I'm a fan in real life, but not in this save. But hey, we've got 2 keepers through the academy in John Logan and Ian Kay. I'll promote Kay straight away. He can be that backup. I think we do need to do a loan roundup, maybe. Send some out on loan and then bring some back. Some short terms will come back anyway, but this episode is cut short right here because unfortunately it is the end. If you do want to see the first 2 episodes, do click somewhere on the screen, including the channel link that takes you to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.